at South Valley. And it's being recorded by Lights Live and Changes Restaurant Facebook page.
Page.
I am Jerry Dice, and he is,
Javon Brooks.
and we've been having a conversation this evening talking about bands, music. In my fine company, our fine company, sorry, we have latest Brooks. I forget his real name, but he will introduce himself in a while from the famous Exodus HD.
HD.
And we have with us
Mr.
Rob,
Petty.
Rob Petty.
Rob Petty from Reaper.
Basehead
Graham
Castle.
Reaper.
And the Basehead
Basehead.
Castle. Yes.
We should be joined by some other folks from other bands really in a while, but in the time we have to go. Latest, introduce yourself.
But definitely I go by the name of Latest. I play in a band called Latest Exodus HD. I from right here, South Valley, Anguilla. Born by a father from Anguilla, a mother from Anguilla, etc., etc. You know, and I do music and we participate in carnivals in different places. So as we get deeper into it, know, and Dice bring the questions and Jevan bring the questions, then we go forward with much more.
Rob,
Well, I'm Rob Petty, president of the Basehead Car Club. We are one of the clubs here in Anguilla that hosts car shows and stuff like that. We definitely bring a car show for the 50, having a lot of vehicles from different islands, Virgin Islands, Orlando, St. Martin, Stacia, Sabre. So it should be a grand event we're trying to host.
It's 50.
Yep, it's 50. So we're going big for the 50.
good.
Yeah.
Tyrone Brooks,
Aha.
tell me the whole background in music. Where it started for you? The whole gamut of music.
Well, basically, we used to lay how this music thing started for me. Basically, I've been a lover of music from a very, very tender age. Grew up in a family very musically inclined. Lots of people play music around. Father loved guitar. He had trumpet in the house. A lot of instruments was in the house, definitely. And I fell in love with the art form of music, but it was from the chemical point of view. So listen to a lot of Sparrow playing home and different stuff. And from there I started to play a keyboard, and then I learned to play music, and then start to make up songs on the spot until one day my cousin, and then he came to the house and heard me doing my thing and take me to the studio. I get Jevan, I had Ricky, I had Andy, like I said, the bass player. It was about five of us.
Four.
Four of us. Four of us.
Our family members.
Our family members. Every last one. Right, so our bigger cousin, Bevan and Hammer, they have radio stations. They organize our studio time with Hank and Bob. So over they had a studio, Hank and Bob, and
Singer.
we used to go. Yeah, they had a lot of cigarettes that time. Bob, that's Bob, not Hank, Bob. But they work with us, and from there, we just start, and every year we just keep making more music and more music.
But you miss a whole step.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to
before,
have the mic. It's a
no,
long
you gonna have the
thing.
mic because you gotta talk about
Long
yourself.
thing. It's a long
Because
thing.
before you started do soca, you were around making rap songs.
No, but I wasn't making no rap songs at that time.
Yes.
But, what I was doing too is serenade. So make up songs for like Oracle, Steve Oracle and them stuff. Not song had a song, you ever hear that one before? And we was like the Little Rascals. So from the high school times, drumming and this. It's so much. We do a documentary, a real documentary.
Well, work on that. But you mentioned something that piqued my interest.
Uh-huh.
You said your father was playing what?
a trumpet, steel pan, guitar, had a guitar home, the harmonica.
So what
So
bands he play in Angola?
I didn't know his band.
Why I can say to that story though that I heard from my father, which is that the brothers they had their own string band because like in them times when how Nasong sang how started, they had their own band too. They used to play steel pan.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because my
I
father
know
played
that,
keyboards, my uncle Ashley played guitar, his father played steel pan and trumpet um and guitar too.
Right.
And then my other uncles play other instruments.
yeah. So is it Brooks' family, musical family?
They had a name for them, but we can ask my father. We can come here.
And I know, I can remember your father, Jim Up. Well, professionally, his government name is Javan. You know, but my favorite is Jim Up. For what reason is
I don't know for a reason.
I can remember your father playing keyboards. And when I heard over the years, when I heard at Christmas time, there was a time when all of the cousins, all the brothers sang a Christmas
melody.
carol.
Correct.
And I realized that the Brooks' family are very talented.
Correct.
What?
Even with the hands too.
Okay. As we go into the latest, a little bit, you spoke about in terms of your start, your commencement in terms of music and everything like that. What really get you now into carnival now, the part of carnival? What gravitated you to carnival to say, well, I want to be whatever you want to be, knowing your talent already, you want to be.
Well, remember
whatever.
my environment. I live right next to the Carnival Village, and basically come up the road and see you all coming down on the truck with the full
When you
speakers.
say you all, say who you are.
Musselton come down.
And
And we
Nassau.
let off in the valley, not some coming down. Make me laugh, hey.
Yeah.
You understand? So seeing that your brother used to be a calypso one time, sing one. I don't know how much years, but Nugget, the barbershop man, he
tried.
also play guitar. He tried to cut the gym out.
He tried?
And
He try one,
and
he
so
try
he
one
used to
year.
always practice and play the guitar with me. So he used to always make up songs, you know. So it grabbed me from a long time. So the inspiration was watching other people do what they do and just say, I can do that. And from there, just keep going.
And you know, I admire you over the years. I know you all my life. We are family.
I admire you too.
We
Just being
are,
honest.
we are family, and you know, Hammer is one of my personal friends and family.
Which one is your favorite cousin?
I would
don't
say
say
that
nothing.
I would say that after Mike,
Better
you
don't
know,
say
I'm thinking that. But you know, we are Brooks's really in terms of whatever, right? But I follow you over the years. What when you start with your early years, what gets you into writing, and what gravitates you to really become a writer of songs?
Well, from a very young age, I had a good imagination, so I could like picture things and put it together. And like I said, with my brother playing guitar sometimes in the house and make them songs. So we could be right there sitting down and just make up a song and say, we were sitting at the black table. You understand what I mean? So just to learn how to make up the songs when you start to put on paper and you start to vision it and you start composing and putting a whole song together, you realize when they got something. And like I see, watching other people doing what they're doing, just believing that I could do that one day and just keep putting lyrics together, stories. I'm very good at stories.
I love that because it's similar to what, but you know,
Your style.
my style.
But you know, cut you off, right? His style was similar to your style at the beginning. He used to, when he first started writing songs, it used to be a story.
Stories.
Yeah.
In your style, still like that, it still
It's a story.
remain.
Yeah.
You write a story, and then but you just sing the story.
Because it's like what I learned in school. You got a theme. The theme is the rain, and you sing about the rain,
Correct.
and you stick with the
You
whole
stick,
thing
you stick
about
to
the
the
rain.
topic.
You stick with the topic. You don't talk about the sun at all because you're talking about the rain. And you know, ladies, I'll be honest with you. I follow you. I mean, like other artists in Angola. I'm older now, and I my pen is down a little bit. Even right now, my pen is down. and your creativity. I want to ask you in terms of like when I used to do it more.
Right.
I used to come by a bar, by Changes Bar, for
Correct.
instance,
Correct.
and somebody would say, EP would say something, and that song so sweet. And I
Right.
take a napkin, I write that
Right.
down,
Right.
I put that in my pocket, and then songs come from that. And we talked about this before.
But up to now, we still do it.
You still do it.
Up to now. Up to now. For one to stay home and try to come up with a song is possible, yes, and it can happen because sometimes songs come different, some songs come easy. You just wake up in the morning and a song is right there at the tip of your fingers, but when you building a song, it's just like anything else. It doesn't just take one day. It takes several days. So me moving around my everyday life, being able to see you, hear you say something and put that down, whatever they said, man, here, I like put that down, put it together, and the thing that a lot of people don't know is that I always ask people their opinion. You know what I mean? So maybe
You always do that to me.
I always ask people their opinion, and I might ask you the same thing 10 times just to hear what your opinion is. Sometimes you might make musically inclined, but the thing you say, or how you say, you could be a mechanic, but you know mechanics. You know what I mean? So when you explain, when I tell you you can't knock it, you know where okay, that's the radiator. You just drawing a reference.
That carry right, that's a gun knock.
No, just drawing a reference.
I don't know.
So you understand what I mean? So some people could tell. Some people could tell. You know what I mean? So it's just like in our game, it's like when we put on a building, you mark it up from all day, you run the blocks. It's the same thing with building music. And creative juice just keep flowing because we all are the same people and we share energy that we need each other. Everybody say we don't need each other, but trust me, we
You
do.
do need each other.
We do for so many reasons.
I'm gonna let's move a little bit to my right now and Rob. And I know you have your support cast here, Steve. And
Trevon.
and- oh, that's my brother man.
Ranks.
Yeah, Trevon is here. I know you are part of a car club. And Damien Barker is my family and my past co-worker. The whole idea about the fan club, the car club. What it came about? What did that came about?
Well, it started actually with me, my younger brother, James Harrigan, and his two sons. Yeah, I used to be into cardio. I had my vehicles with music and whatnot. I used to hook up sets in cars. But actually, the person who inspired me to music actually is Elvis Hull, the Bull. You remember the Bull had a car on
We
his
know,
name,
we
the
know the
Bull.
Bull. We all know the Bull.
Yeah, that was my inspiration to get into cardio. And I used to be hearing his car on the road.
When you say cardio,
Audio,
no, that's
it's
a
audio.
car audio.
Now remember the way we speak Angular, right?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why I try to differentiate because you say cardio, I was starting something about
Your heart,
your
no.
heart and stuff like that. Now I realize exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, car
This is
audio. Car audio. I'll slow down a little bit.
but that's a song.
Right.
That's a workout, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hearing my boy Elvis, when I used to be at work, driving past with the music, I love to hear it and stuff like that. Inspired me. And then while I was walking, when I bought my first car, I said, yeah, I got to put a system in this car. I got to be able to match up to them fellas up there. So I started off, I took my car by someone, I didn't know it, my hook number sets and stuff like that. Carlisle Adams, I don't know if you know
Yeah,
Carlisle.
we know
Yeah,
Carlisle,
he put
we
the
know.
first stereo in my car. And while he was there putting it, I keep asking him everything he do. When he put a wire to another wire, I ask him what a wire for and everything, just to try to understand what he doing.
Understand what he's
Basics.
doing, right?
Yeah. And after the first week, having my car with a system in from Carlisle, on the weekend, I dismantled the whole thing and just tried to see if I could put it back together. And I got it back together, got it playing again, and then I kind of understand what I was doing, the basics. And then from there, I started following a cardio book named Clutchfield Audio. I subscribed to that. I used to get the books in the mail, and I just used to keep reading them and keep educating myself about music, different brands, different ways to hook up, different ways to tune, and stuff like that.
No, your uncle Warren He went to school with me, as I told you before. He was very musical inclined, and I'm sure he can. I can remember he used to play guitar,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's music is in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rob, tell me, all of us here and in the viewing public, when you decided to do the name of your
Bayside.
Bayside, what was in your head? What really started that?
Bass.
You love
Boom,
bass.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, just the
bottom.
feel of that. Yeah, just the feel
You
of
know
that
the bottom.
bass. Yeah. So that was like, that was like the main thing that we love to hear in the music, the bass, the drive of the music. So we just come up with the name Bass Heads, and I had built a little car. I went to Martin competing. That was the name I had put on it. The name Tremors, and we had the name Bass Heads. It was four of us: me, Padville Harrigan, Patterson Harrigan, and Gene Petty, my brother. And that's where it all started. And then after competing in shows, we used to compete in Omega Car Show. That's J Mal, them guys.
We have to bring in Jason at some point here.
No, man, let's go.
Yeah, these
No,
guys,
no.
used to do the big car shows here.
So Jason, Jamal will represent that part. Okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe Marble, a little fella then, I don't know.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Bob, okay, speak a little bit. Speak a little bit about it.
About the car show?
Yes.
Well, we used to do a car show the 18th. That was separation, official separation day from Singles and Nevis. The 18th, right? That's 19th.
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 But it used to be the 18th though. It used to be the 18th because the 19th was the holiday. So we used to do a car show. We started off doing a local car show, and then after we grew to have international cars from St. Martin, St. Thomas, and St. Croix. And these guys used to were the highlight of the show. You understand? The local guys were the highlight of the show, which was B-sides and bowl. And them still is the highlights of all the car shows that going around now, right?
Yeah. We've been defending Angola for.
and
We had a Reaper then, but
They also used to compete though. They
Always
also had
to
good.
compete.
They also had
Yeah.
good cars.
yeah.
You understand? They was basically the highlight for the car show. Everybody came up to support them and watch.
Good. I had specific question for you,
Rob.
Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and stay for them in a while, but no, I think I can remember things that I wrote. But come back into Tyrone. Let's call him Tyrone.
No,
I ain't call him Ladies. No
you got
more.
it now.
You expose the man.
You remember now. You remember coming back.
Ladies,
Yes, baby.
you have been a feature around here of Angola Carnival for a lot of years. You have come and saw me, Darwin, you saw Dano, you saw all of us.
Sledge.
And you was there. You came from humble beginnings.
Correct.
And I don't want to get emotional about it because you have made your mark in Angola Carnival for over the years.
Correct.
What was for you really, you coming out, you make a trial and nothing happened, and then you keep on going. The perseverance and being resilient. Tell me exactly about those days.
Well, we come from
Tell us, not me alone.
Yeah, yes. Well, we come from a line of people who are very passionate about what they do, and once they love it, they put all their efforts in it. And what it is that what makes it so great is that when you foresee something and then it comes to pass. So, for instance, you say,
You knew at some point that you would make a big show.
right. Because I always had that belief in putting in the time and the effort for so long. You know what I mean? It just gonna reap its fruits because they're gonna be seasoned. You know what I mean? And like I say, competitiveness is what make it what it is too. You know what I mean? Keep striving for better. And like I say, I always love penmanship. I always love writing. I always love the whole aspect because back in them days, I ain't only see that you was in the spotlight jumping up. I was by the band house too.
Good.
So I was by the studio too.
Yeah.
I was just a little flyer around.
You never noticed us.
Right. So you remember me?
Yes, I remember.
Right.
This is by the band house Jatches. You remember that?
I remember you latest as
Seeing people, right?
Oh no, you didn't finish what you were saying.
No, so seeing people doing what they're doing, coming around, like I remember my older cousin Asher, when he started playing Mustang, he used to go practice. I used to go practice.
Asher is your cousin?
Yes, our cousin, yeah.
Your cousin too?
For
Muscles.
Muscles?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, we got a problem.
Yeah.
You realize that Angola is being bombarded by a family?
No, Salah, don't do like that. Don't do like that.
Don't
do like that. Don't do like that.
It's a family. It's a family.
Don't do like
No, I didn't know. Well, I know Muscles. I know.
No, we're the same people.
You know. Continue.
And when he was making the music, home programming and stuff, and I was writing sitting and actually making the music for you to go sing on back in them times. You know what I mean? Just trying to reference.
Yeah.
So all of that is what drive the nail to the head that this is what I want to do and this is the business that I'm going to be in.
Ladies, that is a very, very emotional thing to say because you saw it within yourself, you know your capabilities, you know your potential, and you saw Asher and all of that, and you look at people like me and whoever, and you realize that one day I can penetrate.
Correct.
And you did. You
Yes,
penetrate.
Right. So being an underdog and getting the licks, it wasn't even matter. It didn't matter. It was just love of it. Because I can remember too, practicing. Nobody in the band house, you know. But we practice for an hour, but we used to practice like we playing. Nobody, we practice like we playing. So when we started to play, okay, nobody wasn't there. People say, but how are you can play nobody in there? Making fun. But the problem was, I don't do that from the band house.
But you know, you say all of that, right? And there's another individual who just joined us.
Of course.
Daddy Prick. His father is my personal friend for a lot of years when I worked in the wireless. And Daddy Prick, you miss a little bit, but we're going to bring you in right now. Right in, we're going to bring you right in the deep.
One time, no waste no time.
How you get involved in this whole music thing? Because I know your father's a singer. And how you get involved in this whole thing?
Inspire you.
I'll tell you the truth. My cousin is really inspiring me.
Your cousin?
Haji. That's my cousin. But different to that, going to the different band house with my father, you know, he used to do the hotel and
Bring the mic up.
he used to do the hotel, and then back then too, he used to back up Springer.
Yeah.
So you get a chance to go down by Mustantons and see Dexter. You know what I mean? Back in the days, Springer was in Mustanton, and he and my father like. So one Springer by the band host, my father going on there see, and I getting a chance to see Dexter. You know what I mean? So.
You ever saw me?
Oh yeah, of
Go
course.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I mean, I just. I just push that.
We see you.
I just push that.
Yeah, keyboard man.
Go ahead,
Yeah, keyboard
go
man.
ahead.
So, but yeah, that all of that played a big role in me trying to get involved in carnival. You know, looking at it from a whole different perspective.
Quick, I know you from the time you were conceived, basically. Your mother, my best friend, your father is another best friend.
Right.
And when I saw you develop into music, I say, that boy gonna be something. And you, I mean, up to this day, your father will come here right now, he will tell you. I always tell him that you're gonna be special because he believes in you. He always believes everything you do. He told me in the body, he give advice to his own son.
So, Prick, so when was actually the first time you play on stage playing keyboard?
Good question.
That's a good question, man.
That's a good question. I like that one, Jim. Yeah.
It was Starfest.
Oh,
It wasn't Next Generation, but me and Dano's son, we had actually had a band together called Rhythm Masters.
Wow.
Dano's son. It was me,
DJ?
Dano's son,
DJ.
DJ. It was me, Dano's son,
Rhythm
Kira,
what?
Rhythm Masters. Rhythm Masters.
What year you think that was?
That
How old you
was, I was in school. I was the oldest though.
But if you remember the year, but we work on it.
This had to be like
The program is called You Can't Remember. So
Yeah.
This had to be around 03, 04, around them time.
Or 3 or 4?
Like, before that, maybe 01. I was still in like just went high school. I just went high school.
Yeah. I keep in those records because.
Yeah, man. Our first gig was against Next Generation. I'll never forget it. Them fellas get egg out of the stage, everything. But it was fun. It was fun back in them days in school. That was our way. You know, it wasn't our way to get to carnival. Carnival was always about the big boys, really. So, you know, that was our in-house school band competition. You had Rhythm Masters, you had Supreme, you had Next Generation. So, them were like three school bands that used to go at it, whether it's between Campus B or Campus A. Like, it was always, you know. That was
You
our
know,
little-
as you mentioned those names, right? It's a pity we don't have those bands you just mentioned, New Generation and the other two, yeah, Supreme and all of those. Those guys had potential, you know.
Of course.
That those bands would have been taken over from Natsong and Mustang and Megaforce.
She was a
and
good
everybody.
singer, really. So I think
G
she
was
was.
a G was a good
Yeah, those bands. You know, I'm gonna come back to you on this side, but I'll come back to Reaper a little bit. You are engaged in a lot of activities over the years. Give those people who are viewing what activities that Reaper engage in.
Well, basically what we do is we do our car shows, we do fundraisers, raise funds, help pull off
What's the name of the fundraiser that you all do all the time?
parking line.
And how did Park and Line really start?
When out by Flo, whose name is Lime. Yeah, we went out there. We asked for permission to use the parking lot to have a little fundraiser. So we just say cars are coming park. And then park by line. So we just call it parking line.
How much members you think I say you got in terms of membership, in terms of base
About 23, 24 members.
active members? You people pay,
I'd say
pay
some
subscription?
active- Yeah, no, we pay subscription no.
No?
Some not here. One or two of them not here.
So it's just open. You just, I mean, no subscription at all.
No.
We had that at first, but seeing like it was hard to get it collected, we just
Fade away with it.
gotta have some members that contribute, some members that don't contribute.
Rob, I know that Reaper been around for a little bit, and you all travel. Give us some of your successes.
Well, we went to St. Thomas already. We won there. 2 years.
If
Yeah.
you can elaborate a little bit, don't just, yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, would have been what? 1997? No, I'm asking because I want the years.
Yeah, 2022. Went up there, June, end of June really.
May.
Yeah.
May.
We took part in one of the shows
Oh.
that have carnival.
Sorry, you didn't introduce yourself. You need to introduce yourself because people come on now for the first time. We know exactly who you are.
Okay.
You're part of me, but introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Alright. Anyway, everyone that listen, media and everywhere. My name is Trevor Leibert. I'm a part of the BSS camp, part of the executive group. So we help organize shows. We help do parking line and stuff, and we invite cars here, and we also visit other islands. So we play in cardio competition as well.
You know, Rob, I know the part you were saying earlier, right, is important, but as questions lead into other questions, you invite other people here to do what?
Take part in the cardio competition, to compete.
You see that word you use all the time? I still can't get it right, you know.
Cardio.
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 Cardio. When I hear
Just the
cardio,
cardio.
so you need to find a way to break that down a little bit because I
Because
think
it's
everybody
slow.
gonna got
Cardio.
everybody got problems.
Musical vehicles.
I got you. I know exactly, but I'm just trying
But
to.
that's a general term.
We gotta bring a little fun in this whole thing, eh?
Yeah.
You know, because
Definitely. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. But my question is now is that in terms of you said you mentioned some of your successes. Did you finish?
Not yet. Yeah. So
Rob?
in 2022 we actually went to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
We won King of the
VI.
VI.
So we're no queen. I mean,
If a woman
the
wants,
king is always the head hunter.
if a woman wanna get to be a queen, but
Yeah. But it's
so you all carry only men alone?
no, we have women in our camp.
So why there was no queen or nothing?
Man who
We got a women in the club yet with a vehicle there from people.
All right, but maybe this year or next year you will find that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that you get a lot of interest in those old boys. Because the last time I saw it, I saw some good stuff. You know what I mean? But continue on.
Yeah, so from 2022, winner of VI, which is Vincent Thomas, went to Sabre, win the show in Sabre as well. That was last year, 2023, and the same at Stacia as well.
So in overall, how much
Stacia was this year
how much trophies or winners that you had?
For the base, for the Reaper.
for the Reaper.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the islands, you basically 4 islands. Well, she was on top for up until this year.
Like in terms of Caribbean, I know all
terms
about
of Caribbean,
yeah,
yeah.
the Caribbean. How
Yeah.
much? 4?
Yeah, 4 islands.
Okay, 4 islands. And those islands is what? St. Thomas.
St. Thomas,
Sabre.
Sabre, Stacia, and I can't remember.
Do we find me over this man?
No.
No, Somali had no show international, like bringing in cars or something. So,
Ladies,
Right here.
that a prick. You are representing bands here. I am was part of the Cavalry committee over the years.
None more?
No, I'm not part of the Cavalry committee anymore. I witnessed you all in the old Calvert village. We have a new Lassa Bowl, and you all performed there with Banorama, Band Clash. Everybody know that's my vibe. Calypso bands, and I show my buddy here love music as well. Jamal love music, Are you Jamal? Sorry for calling him Jamal, and that's my, that's another do it. So maybe
That's okay.
just excuse me for that, Jamal.
That's okay.
You all, both of you, being part of those
Shows.
shows. Your experiences with that and your failures, your successes. Give us the whole experience with that whole thing, because I know I developed the criteria for those shows long ago, and maybe they would tweak them somehow to modernize certain things, because nothing wrong with that. But Craig, starting with you, what your experiences was with Banorama? I know, and latest, and tell me exactly with Band Clash. I know. I give you all the same time. Start with your pick.
Tell me. Alright, okay, on the Banorama aspect of it, that my thing, right? I mean, the first time getting into it, I always look at it different, that kind of way. I never
Look at different how.
like how to see.
Is it a competition?
It's a competition, but I never been in a competition, and I never saw it either when I did enter it. You know what I mean? So when I entered it the first time, and they told us like, okay, what based on the criteria, what you really need to do. So I just kind of followed the criteria and based on it, and then I think that was was 7, one of them years. I had come second. In PBI, I come first. Kevin Jones, I come first. So I was shocked because I wasn't too far off. You know what I mean? That as my first time in the game, on stage, actually a part of the arena with the big guys. To come second place to Daddy Jones was a big deal for me. So I check in, was like, okay, I kind of got this. You know what I mean? So next year, for sure, you got me. All hell broke loose, and ever since that year, though, all hell broke loose.
Before I go on to the latest, I must interject in this one here, because it's well known that whenever they come to Banorama, they say prick and win it because
That ain't so. That ain't so.
I remember I'm going on terms
Let's
of,
make it back on that. Let's
of,
make it back on
of
that.
yeah, because
Let's make it back
when
on
you
that.
got bands, it's always gonna be back on
The
that.
big man.
Haji.
they always say
We didn't
that
take. We didn't take part. We didn't take.
they always say latest. I know let's come with this too because I'm giving me a chance to talk as well. I'm gonna check right here because we talking band talk here is only band talk. Where when Prick do Panorama, Prick gonna win. When ladies do band class, ladies gonna win.
Not necessarily.
No, remember
that was nice.
I heard that last couple times, right?
Well, hold on. How much bank cash you got?
I can't remember.
Ask me.
How much bank cash you got?
Five.
A couple of
5. Ask us more about match we got.
No, road match. I'm my arena.
Okay.
I'm my arena. So here what?
9.
So here what? I got 5 bank clash too. If you want to include COVID, cause COVID he had no carnival. So I got 5 bank clash also.
You
But
can't-
I think we got. I think
he no bank clash king though. So
But
you
I think with
gotta
that band-
refrain my
Hold on, gentlemen,
Gordon is a problem. He's a road match king, but he no king of Jeddah.
gentlemen.
This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted.
Gordon,
This is what we wanted.
Because
This is what we wanted.
I
This is what we
know,
wanted.
Be careful.
I know.
This is what we wanted.
Yeah, but don't put your
I'm
hands
not
to be a
with
bank clash
Tyrone
king,
yet.
'cause he's
I'm not with Tyrone yet.
You know what happened? You know what? Let me cut you off. Let me cut you off. Let me cut you off.
Let me cut you
I want
off,
you to
right?
cut. I want to cut you off. Can I
Okay.
cut you off?
Yeah.
I want to tell you something quick. It had years that Exodus HD win the whole carnival and win the whole carnival with which is Banneramo,
Backlash.
Band Clash, Road March, and with the Road March they come 1, 2, 3. Whole carnivals.
There was a
For
year in
years.
hold on,
I got to say something with that. I got to say that.
2017 Infusion, Panorama,
I got a question with the whole.
Task Up Tune, and Road March. That's 4B. Talk English when you're coming next to me, that.
Oh man! Whoa!
English.
Hey!
Talk
Hello!
English.
have nothing going on.
Hello!
About this.
The bad talking start yet,
Y'all
you
gonna
know.
have your mouth.
The bad talking start yet.
Statistic shows.
We are just sharing
Sit on
our
paper.
conversation.
Guys, if you
Tyrone.
talk with your paper,
Nah. Go inside the
Why-
store, bring out the
Hold
trophies.
on, hold on.
my name.
Go in the store and bring out the trophies.
I know.
Okay, but you accept
Huh?
my name?
You got girl?
Because
Bring out the trophies.
the Road March.
my thing is quick, right? The whole thing about it, right, is that it's not about me right now. It's all about you. In terms of, can you remember?
Just joking.
The whole vibe in terms of the criteria should be followed.
Right.
And if you got biased people judging, you will get biased decisions.
That's true.
My thing is in terms of the question I asked you, because later can answer the same question.
Right.
The whole idea about Panorama. Remember, we got road march yet. We got road march yet, you know, because I got more questions about that. It's about Panorama and Band Clash. Your preparation and stuff like that, and your
Right.
that I want you to talk about that. Don't drift. Don't go ahead of me, please.
But he went already.
But now Tyrone will go. So I will give him.
Let me answer your question.
Hold on. He said something.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to say something?
No, I was just saying, we're just rephrasing what you're saying. You gotta talk proper English, because you're portraying to be, you gotta be.
No.
On paper before you talk.
No, I did not, because remember I got questions here.
Okay.
You go see the same question.
Yeah, but
I
that's
asked
not
you.
Backlash King, though. Don't do that.
Wait, Tyrone. I call Tyrone today for purpose.
Okay.
I give me your government name.
No
Oh,
problem.
he's a king.
No
He's a
problem.
king. You
I
gotta
give
do
me
that.
government
You
name.
gotta
Do
do that.
what you want. Do what you want. So, the question you ask that one more time.
The question asks in terms of the Band Clash and Panorama and stuff like that. The whole
So
vibe with that.
let me answer the question no, because you asked a question and Prick was answering the question, but then he's been sideways and drifting, he get caught up in band talk. But let me answer the question. The question is that the preparation, the organization for the thing, the making of the flags, the making of the we call it the props and the flyers and the rags and everything, and the fans them to be anticipating and wants to come in the village and don't care where they put us. They put us first in the beginning, they come to the gate. You know what I mean? So we realize that we got something out there, but the anxiety, the levels, the crowd participation, the energy. So we're just looking forward to bring it again and put it now in this brand new building, you know what I mean, and make everybody happy. Because when it comes to the band clash, we got it. When it comes to the Bananarama, we got it. When it comes to the road march, we got it. So all that other things we're talking in the past, you know, this is the future right now. So we're looking forward for a 50, but until then, we got it. You know what I mean? Right.
Keep your same
Yeah,
energy.
that's it, man.
No, I ain't saying nobody.
But I think when it comes to band clash, to see band clash king, what are you expecting to see? Something different?
That up in the air.
Okay.
That up in the air.
But like it's all clean fun, you know what I mean? We work off each other energy and we use that to better ourselves, you know what I mean? And this year we're gonna try to better ourselves and put on a real good show for the people them out there who coming from near and far, and those who are here who trying to have a wonderful time, you know what I mean? Because 50 years of carnival only come once, so we're gonna try to make it real good
And positive too.
and keep it positive and keep it safe and clean.
Okay, you know the name of the show is Can You Remember, right?
Right, correct.
So I got to ask this question here. Why year was your best year taking part in carnival in the past?
Me
So,
first?
yeah, your best year.
My best
And,
year
and what
was-
you can tell me what it was your best year.
2017, maybe?
Nah, that wasn't 2000.
Ah!
It was actually a year.
was the sweet-
I can't remember. It was a sweet year. Yeah, I had you down.
I just remember it.
Me too. My best time actually was a band clash because I actually had
Not the first time.
No, it was the first time I actually beat Haji and Jones on the same stage. That was difficult because at one point in time PVI was in bar, one time X was seeing make it, and so it was a frustrating thing for me because I had a point to prove. Those guys are the greatest, you know what I mean? And I trying to get my seat at the table. So that's the way to get your seat at the table.
Be
You
the
understand?
best.
To be the best. And I managed to beat Jones and Haji on the same stage. So that was like a great accomplishment.
Bandarama?
Panorama Band Clash.
Oh,
On
Bandarama
both
and
aspects.
Bangladesh.
Panorama and Band Clash. So that was a great deal for me. That was canteen every day.
What band that was with?
That was with whatever the Infusion.
Oh, okay.
So canteen every day you get to talk like that, that kind of way. So that was one of my greatest accomplishments to play that.
Why year you think that was? Why year you don't know?
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. But it was a year. I think he win the match and we win everything in there.
Okay.
They were like that for a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was like that when we went Bangladesh and thing, but we didn't win the
Right,
match.
right.
Yeah.
With PVI win the match. The question would be for you ladies too.
Same
Why
thing.
is why would be your best?
Well, I had a couple moments where I got a couple moments. So it's too numerous to mention, but let me
give
go
us
to one. Proving them wrong. So after we win the first road match, we cut them off, and we come back with 2013 and don't take it personal. The 2014 was a year for me. Was like show them you could do this more than once and show them that this ain't no fluke. So the kind of venom went into washing, rinse them off and all of that kind of stuff. And watching the people respond was so awesome, you know what I mean? They love it. The water was throwing big balloons, umbrellas, all kind of different stuff. So the energy was right there and it just came in. And that year we came in first, second and third. Remember, Prick?
I remember.
Yes, remember. First, second and third. Yeah. So that was one of my memorable moments.
Like what, 2015?
No, 14.
That's 14.
14.
Yeah.
14.
In 2015, that was styling year. I think that was the year right around the corner, right around the bend. That was the styling year. That was showing that, okay, we bad at this. You know what I mean? We good at what we do.
How did you came about that song? Right around the corner, right around the bend.
Can't see where again?
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
So
Why you did see it?
he said, "Why the crowd the crowd right around the bend? You can't see him."
Yeah. And and
That was
I was a man flip flopping. He was.
I don't
never-
think it was exactly that. No.
He wasn't flip-flopping.
The word wasn't. It wasn't. It was.
did,
We
he
were
did.
trying to say that,
You see the
but
guy
he
laughing.
wasn't.
Especially
It wasn't.
this
It wasn't
Yeah, a
like.
lot of flip floppers they say too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of flip floppers. But that's alright.
But it was catchy though.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's sneaky, it's sneaky.
yeah, but he was always maybe over there with that's I'm going to say. I don't know why I can't synergy DMB better like that.
Yeah, I feel
Same
it.
energy.
Yeah,
The same energy.
Same energy.
Yeah.
Same energy. You like that one,
Yeah,
man?
that's the same energy. But I always, them always was just like, he was backing them, backing me. So we wasn't sure he was. He was in cabinet meetings. And we don't know whether to tell him things because he might go and tell somebody else, you know what I mean? But it was always that was with him. But otherwise,
So something fishy, but he might have
a lot of fishy things happening now.
Okay, now Rob, now to you now, right?
Yeah.
It's the same question, basically, but they're gonna be, you know, tell me about how are you been doing shows now? How long?
From 2009, I think was our first show. We had a couple-
2009?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the most famous one that you recall that stays with you all the time.
That would be
And why?
That would be 2013. That was the year when I had my son, and I wasn't able to stay here for the car show. So
So he didn't even experience it
I didn't experience it. I experienced it over the phone.
over the phone.
Yeah. But the strangest thing about this, my girlfriend was pregnant. We went to the doctor. We already had a date set for the car show. So we gone to the doctor. The doctor gave us a due date. The due date apparently ended up on the same day we got a car show. So I organized a meeting last night and we rescheduled the date of the car show just to make sure that I'd be here for this car show. Alright, rescheduled. Months later in the pregnancy, gone back to the doctor, give us a new due date. Same date, but we just rescheduled the car show. I'm like, I can't avoid having this child when I did a car show. Yeah. So apparently we leave it. Yeah. I set up the car and was not that time Elvis Hull was the champion. Bull was the champion. And yeah, my car, I set it up, do all I had to do to it, tune it, everything, and
That
left
was
it.
the hatchback.
The hatchback, yeah, the Wolverine, Exterminator, yeah. So when I was in the States, my girlfriend in labor, in Wasnat, she went in labor the day before the car show. And she was in labor for a lot of hours, the day before the car show. We expect the baby to be born the day before the car show. Apparently, he didn't. He waited until the car show come.
What's going on?
And I tell people this, a lot of people wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, the pick.
As my son born, and the doctors cleaned him up and they left with him, I called Angola. And my brother Gene tell me I just reached on the field about 10 minutes ago. So just as the vehicle reaching on the field is when that little boy decided to bomb. Just as I called, Gene said I just reached on the field about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so like what? He said, alright. So now when Gene went to base test the car, apparently the base amp failed. It just stopped working.
Yep.
So now the whole club down here in an uproar. My brother take off his shirt saying, "Bass head, are you full of shit? I work on this car so long, now look here." To broke down what's that and all sorts of crap. Everybody disappointed now because everybody feel the car camp.
Barker leave the
Camp
field.
from Barker left the field, walk, went down the valley, who ain't cussing what's not. So I told my mother about it. My mother was in the States with me also. So I told my mother about it and she started to cry. Like, yeah, the car ain't gonna play because she know how much work we put in these things, and you know, we have nights, there's sleepless nights working on these vehicles. So she went in her bedroom, she was crying. So, you know, that take a toll on me, like, nah, this can't go on so. So I asked my girlfriend for her phone, I called back angle, I called Gene. I said, Gene, the wires for the other amplifier, I asked him if he took them out of the car, because he was testing 2 amplifiers. He said no, he just taped them up. I said, good. I said, go home, get the next bass amp in. I said, call Olivier, because Olivier got amp just the one we had in the car. I said, send for that one too, send for both amps. Put one on the car. I say, we ain't gonna make it for the bass test, but make sure that car up and running to take part for the belt. Apparently, he got it, put it in. He called me back, he tell me, she back up and running. I went and I called my mother. and tell my mother the car back up running. She jump up and scream out. My sister were done in bed sleeping last night. My sister ran out of the bedroom like, she's like, what happened? What happened? She like, the car working again. She's like, what car? She said car, the car had break down. A whole big commotion. She laughing and crying at the same time, everything. You know? So Gene went in, he took part in clarity, and I make sure one message I tell him. I said, Gene, whatever you do, don't be afraid to turn the car, because if anything blow, burn, whatever, don't worry about it. I will buy them back. Just make sure that you drive that car and win that show. And Gene was on the phone with me all through. If anybody watch the video, you realize Gene on the phone while he's playing the car, he on the phone still. And he on the phone talking to me and telling me what's going on and what's not and stuff like that. And when he tell me that he win, I tell my mother that he win. Boy, that was a session in the States. Son, cause we in the hospital and everything. I'll be in the hospital. Yeah, that same year, bass was supposed to be part of the criteria for winning the belt. So the other competitors was complaining, saying that they don't want bass to be part of it. So we say, okay, if that's what you want, we went ahead and give the competitors what I want. We take the bass score out of the final score for the thing. And if they had left out how it was, we'd had no chance of winning. Because out of a whole 100-something points we had done lose. But they changed it into working our favor. But that year, that's my most memorable year in terms of all the bass head car shows. That one there. You know, because I got my son on that same day, and that's the first time he won the belt. The loudest and cleanest vehicle belt. Yeah.
Okay, now back to Ladies in Brick now, right? Tell me about setting up for Backlash. How you all prepare for Backlash in Panorama in Road March.
Panorama in Bangladesh.
Road March.
Well, the preparation we started from from we don't know exactly what the criteria that used to be. You know, we had little different changes. People make different changes now. You know, new folks, new strokes, I guess. But the t-shirt selling, from the water trucks on the side of the road, from the props coming in the village. I had a year that we brought a plane in the village. I don't think nobody have ever taken up to that level as yet. You know what I mean? So we brought a plane, and it was
like a one-motor plane.
Right. It was on the road and stopping traffic. We bring it from the back of the airport and brought it all the way up to John Chill and had traffic jam, and everybody wants to know.
I walk in as a man when I started something. I say,
I think I think they started to stop it.
Hello, this.
Yeah, I think they started.
Nobody. Are you next? Nobody no.
No, we just did.
I just do it.
You were part of the match.
Just do it.
Yes.
And you know, right? With that idea, right? I was planning.
I didn't know exactly what was going on, right? So I started was crazy.
You want to hear the crazy idea about that? I was planning, right? I had a crane truck, right? A big crane truck I hired, right? I was planning now to hook up the plane and dazzle it around the crowd.
Over the crowd.
No, but no, that's problem. That's problem.
The idea was a one motor plane crash.
Indefinitely, you believe you get that idea from bombing.
We know that. Yeah.
You get that idea from not to bring the plane in the village, you know. The song.
Yeah.
The idea of the song from bombing. Like I said, we get idea from different people. Like I said again, the body shots to the tank tops to the rags to the flags to the powder.
So what's going on now is not new in terms of
it's not new.
Paraphernalia and
right.
One of the things stop is we don't sell CDs no more.
Right.
Because CDs was the most
and flash drives
profitable thing for the band to bring in revenue. As in your days and nowadays.
Correct, because people would join from all over and come to buy the CD for $20. So you don't know how you do the maths.
Then when you come and go to Canada, you want to leave with a CD to go back to the States, wherever you come from, Europe, to have in your car and listen to.
I look back on my days in terms of fine CDs, right? With bands that I sang with. I mean, I know I have them, but they're all over the place.
Right.
But I can remember what year and what the name of the songs was, because I mean the name of the albums. Do you right now for your year, this year, there's no album. So there's
No,
no,
no.
theme song.
I think the album went on a cease during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, basically,
So and then
it was
it was fading
bro.
out. You know what I mean? People will start to do what other people do
EP?
other places, like
More
in terms
like
of two songs.
Two
And,
songs, more like
Yeah.
a
So
song
if I
should be-
put
I do believe
if
Kenneth
I
Soul
put
should
a
have one
CD
song
right
too.
now and I say, is the thing got no name or no CD? You
You gonna
know?
have a year though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna have a year.
You have a year.
If you
The name
go,
of
if
the
you
song
go, if
and
you
the
go
year.
look for this song, you gonna have a year. You could just type in HG Y year and all the songs for that year. Come on.
Okay.
Correct. It's to your fingertip. It's not. We want you to have it.
That
You know
shows
what I
how old I am now.
mean? You're still a young fella.
So prick and next. You next
Well,
question.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you that I shoot prepping for road march specifically.
No, I want you to start
Cannibal.
from.
Anything the cannibal.
Do you lose some part of it?
No.
No,
That was
no.
the question. The question was. The question
okay,
was.
prepping for carnival
On the
overall.
whole, on the
Yeah,
whole.
okay,
Whole,
good.
okay, I just do kind of so coming out as well. I've been doing it for quite some time now, so the pressure and the prepping is a lot of time consuming because you know you got different shows to cater for us, you know. So it'll be a lot. So you got a small team in place, so we can get like paraphernalia in place and you know dancers in place, you know, making sure you got you're on time for
Props.
certain games, props, you know, that kind of way. So different to that, you know, you try to get it's be hard to get in practice too, so you try your best to put in as much practice as you can. So other than that, pressure. It doesn't be a lot of pressure.
You know, over the years, prick. I don't like the name, call you prick, yo.
That just-
but
that stuck with me,
I understand it, but
It stuck with me.
He's a prick.
I can't
the whole idea about Panorama,
Mhm.
everybody say prick and win this tonight, and they just would say, he know Panorama, he gonna win Backlash.
No, we don't ever say.
No, sir.
We don't ever say that.
So I say when people say prick, if somebody gonna say prick and win and Panorama, I say not he. No, sir. Just like that.
Well-
See why we play the living and dead.
But in my circle,
You know what we do?
in my circle,
What
I
about
heard that many times, and they said
You're something
that
wrong.
in terms of judges, right? Prick. Listen, be careful.
Uh-huh.
But they said just now, judges, they said that Prick was a student of certain people. And
Right.
don't matter what Prick play, whatever. Did you really felt good about that at all in terms of you felt like I can pull up because of that because
But check out what your mother, yes. Show your mother.
Miss Jacobs, and tell that an issue.
Show your
I,
mother.
I did not say
Yes.
Show your mother.
Tell the truth. The truth.
Show
The
your
truth is
mother.
not
I'll tell the
so.
truth. I'll tell
Show
the
your
truth.
mother.
Was favorite.
I did not say anything about
Hold on.
anything about
But
that.
everybody know. It's back in
Miss
that.
Jacobs.
Back in that.
Miss Jacobs.
Jesus.
Miss Jacobs used to always tell me I remind her of
Aha.
Dexter.
He hear the stories. He don't know the stories to that.
But
Remember, I'm
hold on,
continuing in the
hold
view
on,
that's
hold on.
But back in that, your father back
But
in
hold
that.
on, but in her defense, she had never treated me different to no other musician. If you ask me,
Soundboard coming from the man, she
listen,
giving 100
listen,
points every time.
If you ask me,
Oh.
she would quicker give, and I know this firsthand. I know she quicker give Jones and everybody else advice before she give me.
She ever give you advice, ladies?
Yeah,
Did she ever come and tell you, ladies?
She
I should tell me.
band.
I should tell me. Is I her cousin?
Oh! She never tell you
But
to come and
at
do
the end of the day-
any training or anything, ladies?
At the end of the day, it wasn't just Miss Jacobs was a teacher. You understand? Kimbo. You have Lennox. You have Dumbo.
I was there with Miss
You
Jacob.
understand?
I
I play
do
Steve
that.
Van.
You was there. You there with who?
Miss Jacob. And my
You was what?
uncle. I was there when Miss Jacob was there. I didn't mix up. I didn't say I was there with Miss Jacobs. I did not say that. I said I was
But
there
I-
when Miss
said
Jacobs
no,
was
you like
there.
back-
Okay,
No.
Yeah.
but Dice, in her defense, one judge can make you win.
See that? See the
You hear what I say?
relationship?
I know.
In
One
her,
judge
in
cannot
her
make you
defense, we are not saying nothing bad. We just
judge
saying.
can make you win. One judge cannot make you win. That's impossible.
Can't I do the
Okay, that's
highest
true, that's true.
That's
score out in
impossible.
lowest
One
score?
judge cannot make in the year that I'm leave her out, I'll beat her. You
What
understand?
difference?
With more points, and I'm here.
Somebody else what they.
You understand?
Which year? Which
And
the year
year?
after that,
Which year you think in your mind, looking back now, because I remember you come back saying no. Which year you thought was your better year in you
I don't like that question already.
you accept it? Oh, sorry. Okay, Lord, I missed something sometimes here because if I walk away, right? So you want to continue now so I can find out something again because I know exactly what you answer, what you ask. Oh, I can access one with ladies. Tyrone. how you handle disagreement? You leader of the band, right?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes,
you
sir.
how you handle disagreements in the band?
I mean disagreements.
If the band got problems because bands got problems. I would part of the band already.
Yeah.
I know. And your band have no problem?
As in the attitudes
No.
with all.
Egos, and everything like
Egos,
that.
how
Well,
hard it is to work with each other.
Well, the band had have a zillion players over the years. You know what I mean? But sometimes the journey you're going on that everybody don't be able to go. They go a certain way, then they don't go. But for right now, with our unit, what we have is a team, a togetherness team.
I like the word your unit.
Right.
I like the
Our
word.
team is a together team. Rob will be on first hand to know that when we went to Sabre, you see how we move, we see how we stay together. Basically, when we travel to England, we stay in one A and B together, so we kind of have a very, very good relationship, even when it comes to chores, the cooking, the conversation, and we be like our brother's keeper. Like, so if anything, like say for instance, if Steve have a problem, Steve will come to us and ask for advice. You know what I mean? Basically, we are surrounded with younger men in the band too, so we look up at us as you know what I mean, road models and able to teach you. To
All
show
right,
you a
latest,
different light.
latest, you brought me to one of the questions before we wind down this.
Yes.
You brought me to a good point. You said just now in terms of basically like paraphrasing in terms of younger people in the band.
Right.
You be around this Tyrone a long time. You achieve a lot. Everybody know you as a household name.
Correct.
Why you doing the passing on this to somebody to succeed you? Because to succeed you, it's come up to you too. In terms of like in event, God forbid. I was asked this question but saying
You know,
God
like
forbid.
I don't like it. Ask that question there all the time.
But I have to use the
I
question
don't like
because
asking that question that thing.
life is fleeting.
I know, but you know I don't like that. You know I don't like that.
Okay, but I still ask it.
So what am I doing for people to
Pass on.
No, to pass on the baton to somebody. That's all I'm trying to say.
But what am I doing is Dice is right in front of everybody's face.
Nothing fishy, right?
No, nothing fishy. What I'm saying, I am being a role model. Two, I am encouraging people. I donate to the schools. I help with talks and raising funds in the schools and different stuff.
That was the question, no?
No, but you're talking about how I do to pass on something. So
we are not pass on into the band.
I'm encouraging people.
Remember we talking about bands, right? So not you personally.
Now you post for the band.
Without talking about
What are you doing to pass on your talent?
Who you see that you could?
So Jolly, or Western, or whatever it is, J-Map is right.
You
with
see
what I'm
guys
saying.
pass the mic, pass the mic.
Yeah.
You pass that mic too.
Nobody asked me to call no name. I say a lot. I say a lot of too numerous to mention. Like you see this year, there's a lot of people doing songs, and I love some of the songs. You know what I mean? And I encourage them. And anybody asking me any opinions about music, and why I never discourage them. I want them to come and want them to do it, and I want them to be a part of it. It's like even though you see Prick, we will go back and forth, and I still always encourage Prick because we always have a different conversation when the lights is off, meaning that nobody ain't looking. We always try to better the music and carry it up to a different level.
This conversation that we had just now, me and Prick just now, that's just funny. That was just fun.
But you know, ladies, I love what you said just now.
Right.
It shows me in terms that we still got hope. the whole
No, we have a lot of
the
hope.
whole
I mean,
idea is
the band rivalry brings out the best in the music and brings out the best in the artists. We as band leaders and band members around here does not have no problem.
Each other.
No problem, absolutely.
And who is it?
Panther gives me advice
Who
for a
is it?
long time. Heads, everybody. You know what I mean? So there's no animosity. The public try some way to make it look like that, but it's not there. They try to drag us in something, but it's not there.
You know,
but we each other's
it's
love.
always been that rivalry, which is friendly rivalry, because if anybody remember,
But I bet
the
come from that.
show name,
song that you
can
sang.
you remember? Mustn't
I
have been
got
last
root them
song.
up. You root up. I
Last
got
song.
root up this place like an explosion.
But how could I forget where I started? You know, and that if anybody saw the foundation, the performance that we did at Mano,
Right.
there was no competition. It was all about good vibes and everything like that. And quick. The question I asked latest, I will not ask you, but he answered. But my thing is in terms of what are you going to be doing in terms of no angle of changing, music of changing,
Style.
and everything, the genres of changing, everything like that. You're going to be doing something maybe, you have a panorama this year?
You have everything this year. Everything this
The
year.
songs are ready? Yeah, know the song and everything like that?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
the name of
Meesby.
the-
Some girl know Meesby. I last woman know Meesby. Beaver.
But that song is already.
Ready to use it again?
No, I think
I never play.
I was the one who
But we
chose
never
the
do it.
songs with the years.
Okay.
It was used before. I was the one who chose the songs with the years.
I
And
last
trust me,
woman somewhere.
there's no problem. None of here nor there.
Yeah.
I want to tell you this. Prick and latest. The song is not a difficult song.
Is that difficult?
It's not a difficult song.
Okay.
No, we're going to have a song, my cards got them in there.
Well, I mean, he was no because he played actually keyboard,
He's a
so he
keyboard
knows
guy.
like what cards to
The
have.
man, you
But
better know here the man that said G.
Ladies, I'm trying to say it's not a difficult song because you're going to sing. You're not going to sing, nobody going to hold on mic.
No, but you
And
always
just
know that the music
But what I'm saying,
arrangement.
no, my point
The
is, right,
arrangements.
let me come to my point. The point is, we want to have unity in this country. And we are different way, all of us. Every one of us here who's sitting right here at this table. A different way, we have not allowed some of our younger children or grandchildren or grandparents, I'm talking about in terms of godparents and that, to listen to what you were saying. I maybe they were saying over the years, I don't Miss Bay. I can't see to see. You gotta lift them up to see. I know Miss Bay in terms of the years. To see inside Aquatic Club, the place I call Aquatic Club. To see inside. And if you can't see, you can't get your way. What you do? I want latest Tyrone Brooks and Prick to close and give award to Anguilla community in terms of how we can heal this country. I mean, a sobering message. Don't rush it. Just take your time and do. We have to do.
Yeah,
I mean, he was invited. Everybody was invited.
I don't want to talk about that.
it's a ticklish message.
All right, okay, yeah. I'll leave them talk first. I'll find a way to do. Oh, no, give me. I'll find a way to get right.
Right.
Go down, Prick.
To address that, really and truly, to see like what a country could do. I mean, the whole country you need to work together.
Country and what you think that needs to be done. Remember, that's what it is.
Well, what I think is everybody just need to be honest with each other. You understand? If you know a friend, that you ain't supposed to do something, you say something. You know what I mean? Safety is key. You protect each other. You know, that kind of way. We this thing going on for a long time, so I don't really want to say much about it. You understand? This thing going on from before I was born. So I don't like the fact that people is calling the young people of today. You understand? Because the young people of today is a prodigy of what's going on from before. It's just that we got technology and all these different things that can help associate with this thing. But from before we born and we come and we like, we always hear about the stories that are going on from the Valley Bay schools, brother. So to call the young generation down today is completely wrong. You got to start from the top. You got to start from the head. You got to start from people up to your age. Because that's when this thing started from. And
No,
until, yes.
you say something just now.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
No, I have to correct you.
Even before you,
You say about age, but that age, but before that age.
look, before that age.
Yes, man.
Well,
I never had in my life.
Okay, but
Look
regardless
at
of what,
life comes here. We tell you.
but
we
regardless
never
of
had
what,
that problem.
but it wasn't a lifestyle that just happened. It was a lifestyle that was always there. It was an energy that was always there. So you can't call on the young people of today. So this is why the whole country need to be held accountable for that. You understand? The whole country need to just be able to pull up each other. That's the honest way this thing gonna go down. You understand? Because the honest thing, if you leave it up to me, the only thing the government know to do is tax you. That's it. The only thing the government is supposed to do is tax you so they can keep the country going. That's the only thing them know to do. When it comes to this crime thing, dog, it's the country.
What's your advice? What's your advice? Because remember,
The advice is everybody
no,
just
the
needs
advice
to be
I give,
as
I'm
one.
asking in terms of what you
That bad energy.
think. What you think should you give to younger people now at this age, your age and younger than you, in terms of before we embark on real caliber.
Hey, man, I would
I remember
say-
you grew up playing music and everything like that. So
I would tell the young people, it don't make sense. Life is a lot.
don't make
greater
sense
than
of.
that. It don't make sense for violence.
But
You understand?
remember, I'm forcing you.
Yeah, it don't make violence don't make sense. You just gotta remember, 5 seconds of anger could lock you up for life.
Wow.
It just takes 5 seconds.
I love that.
You understand? Don't let the adrenaline, don't let the whatever it is. You understand? Because
The cat away.
yeah, just don't get over carried away. You know, things happen, people get angry, but that 5 seconds of anger could put you away for life. So you just gotta be careful.
You know, live. That's powerful. Mark the time, when he put that, so we could get it. We can use that. Tyrone.
Okay, as somebody who works with young people in terms of students and stuff, I firsthand have seen the youth that we raise and try to correct in a way has strayed and things has happened. Things has happened. Try to show them good directions and try to make like Prick say, to make good choices. You know. And know that when you do certain things will follow you, whatever the case may be. We need to protect our young people because our young people is our future, and that's straight up. Some of them gonna do things, they're gonna be crazy. Some of them gonna change, some of them may not change, but they're still our young people. And like I always tell people, if you leave from here, you go to Martin, they don't see a man from East West. They see a man from Angola.
Okay.
And we need to understand
I like this.
we are our own downfall. We are our own situation. You know, sometimes we need to put God, bring back God in the mix, because it's so crazy that it needs to be just like Prick say, everybody need to come together and work together, and because I will use my neighbor, you my cousin, you my friend, we family somehow, some way. You know what I mean? So
We all went to the same
we all
school.
went to the school. Some of the people that we got maybe grudge and envy against is the same people that we used to one day, hi, good morning, afternoon. So you know what I mean? That heart.
But how can we translate that from Tyrone? Oh,
how can we translate that? Well, basically, we don't start that already. I had do a drop there saying stop the violence, and you know what I mean. Then we save the fabric of our country. You know what I mean. So these are ways to show that people who would influence could get up and say, "We don't like that. Stop that."
I'm glad you said that because a lot of other people was invited here, didn't
Right.
come, and you did, and Prick came, and Prick is not a singer. He worked behind the scenes.
Correct.
But ladies, I'm very proud that you have stood up to say what you said because it's not easy to say that, you know, because in a special country now, what would you what would you share in the tips for musicians? Remember, you're not no man's idol.
Why would I share for musicians?
For anybody, for tips to them in terms of like because
Some other okay, I would say is like I tell you, I was in your band house when you were doing your thing.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? The younger people doing music, if you're interested in music,
Gotta come around.
please do not go wrong negative things and want to do music. You go wrong people like Prick, you go wrong people like myself and the other people who doing music. If you want to be a fisherman, do you go wrong somebody who doing electrical?
never.
You go wrong a fisherman, you learn how you build a pot. So I would say to the musicians, girl, don't stop. Whatever you believe, whatever, it's a passion, don't stop.
Whatever your mind can
Right,
save.
right. You should believe.
Prick, the same question to you.
Yeah, man. I would tell.
Don't give up.
I would tell all my musicians. Well, other than the drummer, practice your skills. That's
Why besides drummer? Why?
because
Drummer asking.
the drummer. Why the drummer?
When not the drummer.
Why not
Why
the
not?
drummer?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the drummer, his instrument is more pattern. You know what I mean? Licks. You know that kind of way. Other
But you
instruments-
is a unit together?
Of course, the unit is together, but at the end of the day, different to that. 'Cause practicing is key. But if you want to be a good musician, other than a drummer that you know,
Remember, we are fast about music right now. We are talking in terms of violence and bam.
Oh,
But
we
we
still
got
have violence?
No,
we
you're
pass
talking about the
all
musician.
that.
Give a
Talking about the
musician
musicians,
advice.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so
Yeah,
the advice I would give to them as a musician to keep good,
Yeah.
practice your skills. That's something my father always told me, and that's something I always gonna tell other musicians. Practice
You know-
your skills,
you know-
and I always get good.
We
Practice
we
your
never
craft.
had we had many people on this show. Jim Arbin, myself, I call him by government name Javon. And I felt proud today to be in our company because not because I know you all, but are you younger than us and you all demonstrate. And that feeling need to go spread because Angola is going through some changes and everything in that, right? And music to me does relieve me a lot of different ways. And literally, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Relieve because
Set the mood.
if I am down, I just get up with some music. I can write and then start to sing and everything like that. Ladies,
To love music.
they come back right again, you know, because I'm going to leave Reaper. No, I'm going to go to Reaper again. Then I'll finish with you.
Okay. Okay,
Reaper,
Dr. Jagan.
what your plans are for Angola? You could tell people what you're doing for 2024.
The 50.
The 50?
Yeah.
Well, we hosting our Somerset Fest, which is basically a
Somerset Fest.
Somerset Fest. That's
You
the
get a
name
pen
of
The name of our show this year.
Yeah, I want to write it. What you wait? Sorry about that. I apologize, humbly apologize for some languages you may hear.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're doing a car show. Not really a car show. It's a car audio show.
A sexual?
A set.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some
Car- yeah. Now that's kind of set though.
No, you know me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this would be basically our biggest show that we're doing so far. In
Biggest
terms,
show, this one will be the biggest?
yeah, in terms
Oh,
of
wait, you
cars
get a man
that
the
we're
mics,
bringing
man.
in.
Get a man the mics them.
bikes right now, man.
Since they're the biggest I'm doing.
Yeah.
Thank you,
In
Mr.
terms of cars that you bring in, we have a former world champion coming out of Orlando. He was supposed to have the present world champion out of Orlando also, but
Was not able to make it.
he was not able to make it.
You can't make it. You can't make it.
No.
Three islands you got. What islands you got coming out? What
We
country
have
you got?
Orlando, we have St. Croix,
Yeah.
St. Thomas, St. Martin, Stacia, and Sabre.
You know, I watched that. Good.
Yeah, so these are the islands we have coming. This will be the first time we bring in St. Croix. We had cars from St. Thomas before, but this time we got the heavy hitters out of St. Thomas.
Yeah.
When you
Real-
talk heavy hitters, what you talking about?
Top
Well,
cars.
yeah.
Top cars down there.
X class and extreme
Yeah.
class.
Oh, that's a question I wanted because I remember last year I heard that on radio. And Barker is my cousin, my friend, everything like that. But I hear different classes. But why you say this now?
We got three.
We have
got
four
different
four different
What the
classes.
class you mentioned just now, like
Ridex. Ridex. You got
So you
Ridex.
got W class too. You got B
Not as yet.
class. And
Not a thing.
We have A class, M class, X class, and Ridix.
I want you to explain
Explain the different class.
So A class is like an amateur class. This is for the guys that just starting out. So this contains like cars with mainly not much modifications. So this is like an everyday driving car.
Yeah.
This is the A class car. Then we go over to the M class. M class mean modified. So you're allowed to do certain modifications to your car, but only to a certain extent. Then we go to X class, which is extreme modification. There now you're allowed to do more extreme stuff than the M class. And then we go over to Ridex, where it's ridiculous modifications.
When I show it, when I show it,
This is on the 4th of August, just before Juve
we
Month.
got put on the
Yeah.
calendars, man. We got support the guys, man.
It
Lad,
will be,
we gotta
will be
support
held
them.
on the Coronation Park.
Coronation Park right down there.
Yeah.
Right, that I'm holding the village.
Oh, you can't do down here.
It ain't
Because
happening.
This shows
the reverb,
sponsored
the
number,
reverb of the
but it
music
changes,
from
you know.
the sound is going to be messed up. So, yeah.
But the village ain't big enough to hold all them cars.
How many cars you expecting to have for the car show?
Probably if you got like 20 something coming from overseas. Time you add the angular ones, which probably another 20 something again.
Roughly
Yeah, maybe like 40 cars.
So we can't hold all in there.
Time you gotta put a judging ring in there.
Yeah.
The judging ring that done take up most of that space already.
And then you get a lot of.
Steve, what do you think? We can't do it in there? No? Alright.
And that's
We got a show in December. That'll be our next car show. We probably take a test run in there to see how the sound do. We couldn't do no test run now because it was in the building stage, so we couldn't wait until it finished to
I
decide
didn't,
that we have it in there.
maybe I didn't hear it because the map filled in for me when I was I make an excuse. What were your biggest success that you had?
Get the next question already.
Yes, a question?
Yeah, he
I
actually
didn't know, but I want to hear it. I want to hear. For
again.
voice purposes.
Well, they give him the
I know
year.
Jamal would have probably asked
Give
that.
him, give him
because-
the year.
Yeah, this would have been in 2013.
Yeah.
We had our car show.
I
In,
would imagine.
yeah, and that was the same year my girlfriend was pregnant with my son. So apparently we set the date for the car show, and when my girlfriend went to the doctor, the due date ended up the same day as the car show. So we decided that we'll change the day of the car show because
Get
we
the
try-
story a lot, though, eh?
yeah, everybody asked me to reality. So we said we could change the date of the car show now to make sure that I'd be here for the car show and what's not. So later, down in the pregnancy, we went back to the doctor, and the doctor gave us a new due date. Right back on the same date we just changed the car show from. Right back on the same day. I said, well, obviously this child look like he got born on this car show. So yeah, so I set up the car and what's not, get a car ready to compete and what's not. And then I went to the States, and apparently my son's still born on the same day of the car show. My girlfriend went in labor the day before the car show, but he held out straight over to the next day of the car show. And he born the same time as the car reached on the field, the same time he was delivered.
Okay.
So
that same night, the Jeep had finally dethroned me in the car, which was the exterminator, had dethroned Bull that night for the belt,
The loudest
for
vehicle
the
champion.
loudest vehicle in
On the
Angola at
island.
that point in time.
Yeah.
So
So I get 2 wins and
2 wins that night.
I think we should wrap up this show now, though.
Yeah.
No, but there's something in terms of basis I want to get in terms of everybody loves our grim, everybody loves
Grim
Reaper
Reaper.
and everything like that, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't think they should use you a little more in terms of this is my personal view, but in terms of official ceremonies to use the car.
they could. Yeah.
No,
they could because we could hook up mics, DJs, anything to it.
Yeah.
Anything. We had a couple of DJs playing before, and all of them say the same thing. They had never, ever played a system that song that good.
Rob, how much money you invest in that vehicle?
That's a question I would like not to answer.
Hey,
But you would have to answer the question.
I
Give
wrote-
a bad feel.
Aurora hired that vehicle
Just,
for parties
just,
before.
just Barfield, yeah. Please.
Maybe around 50.
50 what?
1,000.
50 cents?
1,000.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Okay.
You lie.
Okay. That's it, like.
Yeah, around every year.
Okay, so we're about to wrap up the show now. So, you got a chance to invite people to the show. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I would like to invite all the visitors, all the locals, come out, enjoy the show, come out, see the champions from different islands. You have the champion from St. Thomas, champion from St. Croix, you got your Orlando champion, you got your Angola champion, your St. Martin champion. All will be here on August 4th. So come out, don't miss it. Starting time, gates open at 1 o'clock. Judging segment starts from 3 up until midnight.
Rob,
Okay, let us know the same thing to you.
Rob,
now.
you're
Tell the
good. You're good.
Tell the people what to expect from you for Carnival.
Open invitation to our family reunion.
Oh man.
You don't know, want to invite each and everyone. Come right down, keep the same energy. When you come down Angola, make sure you get your shirt, get your hat, get your just party with us. Party with us right here. You don't know Exodus HD, just look for us, like I say again. Boom. And I remember, keep it safe, you know what I mean? Keep the same energy. We love you.
Break down what to expect from you now for Carnival.
Yeah, you know, this is a vibe prick. I want everybody to come out, be safe. We're gonna do this thing. Everybody invited. Excel for sure. Big Wave. Support the Big Wave song. PBA, you don't know. Yeah. See?
That was produced by.
Produced by me. And that girl, I like. Jones, actually. I just did the lyrics and stuff.
Oh, you right?
I
Right?
write it. So, Big Wave. Road March, you don't know. Excel. Panorama Band Clash, you don't know. Latest. You can try your thing and see what's going on. Everybody come out, let's have fun, keep it positive. Love all of you.
Happy for you.
I got my opinion right now.
So I would like to say thank you all for coming up and supporting the program that we have, which is Can You Remember?
Can you remember? You do
But Javon, I got
a singing
I
commercial.
got appeal to the people.
Okay, let me just let's draw one something. Let me give you
Okay,
appeal.
okay, guys. So for our car show that coming up here August 4th, we just want to thank some of the sponsors that the sponsors that help us pull the show off. We gotta do ABF ship brokerage. That is Pat Mattenbaro. We have Lebrock Studios, Millennium Staging and Sounds. We have Merchant Market.
Don't forget the agency.
Yeah, don't forget the agency.
Welcome Supermarket.
Welcome Supermarket, Exotic Heavy Equipment and Trucking,
JTR.
JTR Security. So come on guys, enjoy yourself, and we will have security on
He gets free
video.
advertisement by
Who does the live streaming?
Live streaming,
Live.
your very own.
good. I don't want that mess up light. I want you to come in a little bit and just we wrap up now.
Okay, they say what you close it.
No, I come right with me one time.
Alright, so
Like, come on.
Okay, you can leave. Thanks for coming.
man.
Loving.
Yeah.
This is after action, like lad, you share your thoughts about the this evening. But Javon, despite the climate Angola, I feel we gonna be alright in terms of everything. We gotta be vigilant. We gotta be resilient.
We need to be a brothers keepers. First of all,
Exactly.
we need to be a brothers keepers.
I don't think that we need for this. We don't need for no malice. We don't need for no confusion. We are, as you say, we are brothers keepers. We are family.
Yeah.
We are. You know, Dice, the funny thing is that as the older heads move on, that information isn't passed on, and we think that we are enemies unto each other, but we are blood.
Even I went to one high school. We only have one high school in Angola.
Yeah, he's my cousin,
And I'm Dice's cousin.
right? And you know, we need to have more understanding. You know, there's blame going around all the time in terms of who's responsible.
Yeah.
All of us are responsible for what is where we are today. We ask ourselves, when did our the fabrics in this society, in terms of our norms, start to decay? My thought is that when grandparents realized that they can walk too, we had no one in the homes taking care of the children, and the children did what they thought was right. Not necessarily it was right, but did what they thought was right. And then with the advance of television, television first, and then we in the later years we had social media. I can remember in what year was Hurricane Storm Clouds?
I know it. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
I know.
I was involved in a study throughout the Caribbean on the American influence of American culture on Caribbean islands, and I chose Dominica as my island to go to study.
Yeah.
And when the report was written, it was the same. The influence of American culture has changed the culture in the Caribbean. And these games that our children play have a lot to do with the behavior. And this is me speaking. It may not be scientific, but this is my thought that a lot of these games are played out.
My conversation.
But see, I said before you say something like this, because I hear what you just now say, American culture, right? But it is that culture is not American culture. America is built up of different nations. You understand?
Yeah.
That the build up of the Caribbean, African, European.
Wherever you think.
So it's different nations, not American.
You know, someone
Ain't American bring that culture.
in one of
Wait, I want to see what you're saying. Well, say this out. You understand? The culture that we see on TV is not real. That's entertainment. I want you to understand that.
Yes, but
entertainment.
I agree.
Songs that you hear on BET and MTV is entertainment. Because when Dice write a song, ain't actually something happening. It's a story. You understand? So it's just entertainment. You understand? So we need to teach our youths and the kids that not everything them hear is a true story.
I teach my children when I see them looking at Nancy stories, as we call them. I first of all said to them, that's not real. And we explain, we talk about the issue itself, what they are looking at, and what is reality. Now, again, one of the challenges that we have, Dice, with today's society is that
Conversation wise.
because parents are walking the grind, they're unable to really have time with the children.
Have
because-
conversations. That's
Right.
Have a conversation.
When they come home, they're so tired because they have to do breakfast, dinner.
I don't know where to speak bad words. I hear you say there's no lie you're on point, but I have to inject with some bad words. When
That
you-
would be on live, you know?
I'm not gonna say bad
No, he's
words,
not gonna
but
say
I'm not gonna say them. But my thing is that we got people here would give them children the best thing is in come tomorrow and ask me for $1 to buy a book in September come to come school. No sir.
said to say why not? You still have to say what?
Our priorities not in we got
In
ducks.
line?
Them not aligned. And good people didn't know exactly want to help. No, you know what? Good night. Thank you for viewing because I'll get violent and
Okay,
stupid.
no, you can't go violent because we're talking about.
I don't mean
talking about
violent.
folks.
I don't mean violent. I'm gonna say the wrong thing.
Discussion that we are
I said the
having,
wrong thing.
and we want
Oh my God.
all folks, all
Apologize,
people,
sir.
not necessarily parents.
No, I said I'm not violent.
All folks. We want all folks, for us to come together to heal, because what is happening right now isn't us. So therefore, we want all folks, not just parents, but all folks to come together, educate our children. Education don't mean about science and literature and those type of things.
Lied
Also
again. I'll
means
come
about
back to
life.
the not being
And we
negative.
need-
The problem is that a lot of our parents would take the money they give a woman for her child and she go back to the cellular floor and buy the biggest phone.
Yes.
Sign up, please.
Yes.
Good night. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening
Okay.
and viewing.
Yeah, I would like to
You
sign
set
off.
off right now.
Thank you all for viewing us. Hope to have you back again next week, Saturday, Friday.
Yeah, next week Friday we have next Friday, yeah, we're gonna do next Friday.
And we have changes. Changes is located in South Valley.
We live in New Calvert Village.
Village.
I say New Calvert Village. I ain't fucking